So you've booked your all-inclusive to Bulgaria, packed the budgie smugglers, and even remembered the inflatable flamingo. But how are you supposed to know the time back home when you suddenly remember to check if your nan has fed the cat? You need a GMT watch. Problem is, you blew most of your budget on priority boarding and that taxi to Luton. And now you've got £250 left and no time for the 3-week AliExpress shipping. Impossible? No. Tricky? Absolutely. But don't panic, here are 10 interesting GMTs that might just save your holiday and your cat. The Q Timex Continental GMT. Straight out of an era where you could chain smoke on a flight, flirt with a stewardess, and a package holiday to Benidorm meant you were basically an international playboy. It's got a 39mm stainless steel case, the sweet spot for watch sizes, not too big, not too small, just large enough to distract from the crippling debt of that Corfu timeshare you definitely shouldn't have signed up for after 3 bottles of Baby Sham. Add in a mineral crystal, a quartz movement, and that signature 1970s design, and you have a watch that should come with thick sideburns, bell bottoms, and a casual disregard for cholesterol. Instead of a traditional GMT hand, Timex gives you a rotating 24-hour wheel under the dial. Because why make it easy when you can make it clever but slightly confusing for someone suffering with jet lag and a bout of deli belly? No screw-down crown, no screw-down case back, but hey, it's water resistant to 50 metres, so if it falls in the bath while you're crying over your lost luggage, it'll probably be fine. But maybe take it off when you jump in your 2-star hotel pool. All this for £119, so Timex didn't just revive the retro design, they might have brought back retro pricing too. Or someone faxed the price through from the 1970s and they just ran with it. The Vostok Komandirskie GMT, a GMT watch straight out of the motherland. Built like a tank, priced like a potato, and designed for someone who thinks Cold War chic should be on the runway. It's got a 42mm stainless steel case, not refined, not elegant, just unapologetically Soviet. If it had a personality, it'd be smoking a cigarette in a snowstorm and refusing to explain itself. Inside, a manually wound Vostok 2431 automatic movement. Yes, automatic. Yes, with GMT complication. And yes, accuracy is, let's call it, aspirational. But it'll keep going like Soviet propaganda, Lenin's embalmed corpse, and NATO sanctions. You get a proper GMT hand, rotating GMT bezel, and loom that glows like a nuclear accident. The crystal? Acrylic. Because if it scratches, just rub it with toothpaste like your teeth or your dignity. It's water resistant to 200 metres, which is impressive for a watch that looks like it was sealed by a guy in a basement using pliers and political fear. And all this for under £135. You could drink yourself into oblivion with cheap Russian vodka, or wear this and look like you have. Fawler is a Danish brand with ties to microbrand About Vintage and sold through fashion site Trend Him. So yeah, this isn't some heritage-laced horology tale, it's a fashion watch, born in a boardroom, probably after someone said Gen Z likes GMTs. That said, About Vintage has surprised me often. Usually when I'm scrolling at 1 AM, I mistake their Instagram ads for something 5 times the price. This Fawler Worldtime GMT? Same trick. It looks good, suspiciously good. You get in a 44mm polished stainless steel case, 53mm lug to lug, and enough wrist presence to block out the shame of buying a watch from a site that also sells beard oil and fedoras. But the specs aren't bad. Domed sapphire crystal, 100 metres water resistance, a decent leather strap, and it's got that internal Worldtime bezel and Swiss quartz GMT movement, probably a Ronda or something equally anonymous. Loomed hands, applied marker, sunburst dial, 4 colours. It's playing dress up, but it's doing it well. And at £118, it's priced like a mistake someone forgot to correct. Just cheap enough that you stop caring about the brand's origin story, or that it probably shares web space with a novelty cologne called Alpha Dog. Is it serious? No. Does it need to be? Also no. Sometimes a watch just needs to look sharp, tick on time, and not fall apart when you sneeze. And this does that, I guess. Right, let's get this out the way first. There are few European and North American watch brands that can give AliExpress a run for their money. But US-Swiss brand, the Swiss Watch Company, has done just that. But maybe not in a good way. That name, that Disney Studios at Disneyland Paris font, and that scribble on a Year 8 maths exercise book logo, what on earth were they thinking? But look past that stickiest of sticky points, and what you have are genuinely interesting pieces that carry that oh so important, in a snobbish way, Swiss made on the dial for absurdly affordable prices. And the Arc GMT is no different. A fun little hard-coated 38mm stainless steel GMT watch with a wrist-pleasing 46mm lug-to-lug, a diminutive 9mm thickness, sapphire crystal with 16 layers of AR coating, a Ronda quartz movement, a vintage-style calf leather strap, and a surprisingly capable 100 metres water resistance. But it's the aesthetics that do the heavy lifting here. A simple case design accentuated with some beautiful chamfers, diamond-cut syringe-style hands, loom-filled numerals, and that wacky concave dial that rises at the edges like it's trying to distance itself from the logo. The GMT complication feels like a bit of an afterthought, with SWC opting for a dial and a tiny window to show the second time zone. But don't let that get in the way in what is an interesting and downright pretty little number. £188 gets you a Swiss-made watch that actually feels original. If you can live with the branding, and let's be honest, we've all dated worse, you might just love it. Last time I featured Ratio, the comments lit up like a fully loomed dial at 3 AM. Turns out it's a bit of a cult favourite round here, so leaving out one of their GMTs would feel downright disrespectful. Enter the Freediver GMT, a 40mm stainless steel diver with sapphire crystal, AR coating, proper loom, and an actual automatic GMT movement, the NH34 beating away inside. Oh, and it's rated to 200 metres, which isn't just a number slapped on the dial. People have actually taken this underwater, unlike most luxury watch owners who treat rain like acid. Looks-wise, it's giving Rolex GMT Master 2 vibes, if the GMT Master was less hedge fund and more greasy spoon. And there's a flavour for everyone. Pepsi, orange, mint green, ice white, black or blue. It's like a GMT pick-a-mix, but cheaper than an actual pick-a-mix at the local cinema. And just £113 for a GMT that works worldwide, which is more than I can say for Ryanair. Ratio isn't reinventing anything here, but what they are doing is quietly humiliating brands 3 times the price. Competent, capable, and weirdly charming. Quick pause for some shameless promotion. I'm giving away this Acton Adventurer watch. If you haven't entered yet, click the link in the description for all the details. It's free, so you've got no excuse. But don't go just yet. I'll remind you again at the end. Now, back to the video. The Sternglas Taiga GMT, it's what happens when German minimalist goes on a hike but takes their Bauhaus coffee table along for the ride. It's a 42mm stainless steel watch with a 52mm lug-to-lug and just 7.7mm thick, and powered by the Ronda quartz GMT movement, so yes, it's accurate and reliable, but about as emotionally expressive as a Berlin tram driver. The design is clean and deliberate, textured anthracite dial, silver hour markers, and a yellow GMT hand that does its job without screaming for attention. It's functional, legible, and thankfully free from unnecessary design flourishes. The 24-hour GMT track is printed around the edge on the tilted chapter ring. Although you might need to tilt your wrist a little to read it clearly, not a deal breaker unless you've lost the will to move. Sapphire crystal on the front, 100 metres water resistance, and a nicely engraved caseback featuring a world map that you can stare at while reminding yourself you're not flying anywhere anytime soon. The black and beige NATO strap suits the look, but let's be honest, for this price, I'm getting potato sack energy and not much else. And speaking of price, just £105. Yes, really. The Taiga GMT is cheap enough to forgive that 12-inch vinyl-sized lug-to-lug, so even if your wrist is barely 5 inches, you'll find a way to make it work. If you want a GMT that doesn't shout, doesn't try too hard, and actually delivers on its promise, this one does the job. Quietly, efficiently, almost suspiciously German. The Monro Adventure MA-4, a GMT watch for people who really want to look like they know what they're doing at an airport, even if they've just had their shampoo confiscated at security. It's a chunky 44mm slab of stainless steel with a Seiko NH34, the same movement jammed into every sketchy GMT from a brand that vanishes after 3 Instagram posts, but British microbrand Monro have pulled it off without the usual design crimes. There's a unidirectional ceramic bezel, a bidirectional world time ring, a flat sapphire crystal and 100 metres water resistance. Add in 2 crowns, one for time, one for spinning cities around like you're picking a holiday destination by roulette. The lume's decent, green for the hour hand, blue for the minute and GMT, in case you're telling the time during a rave or a blackout. On sale for £220, you could do worse, especially if you like your travel gear rugged, your GMTs functional, and you're branding one protein shake away from shouting at strangers in an airport lounge. The VanBanner Adroit has been one of my favourite looking watches for a while now. Not just favourite affordable watches, favourite full stop. It's that obscenely good looking. To me, anyway. But I am a bit weird. I like pork dripping sandwiches, and I'm one of the 7 people in the UK who drinks root beer because it tastes like TCP and deep heat. Now let's clear something up. Yes, it looks like a dive watch at first glance, but it's not. 100 metres of water resistance, no screw-down crown and a butterfly clasp. That's not a diver. That's a chunky lad in a wetsuit trying to blag his way into scuba club. But just call it a beefy sports watch and we'll get along fine. But what you do get is one of the most original microbrand designs out there. A bold 40mm case with a physics-defying 46.5mm lug-to-lug, a textured sandwich dial, a 48-click steel bezel, and enough lume to host a rave party in a blackout. We're talking radioactive green Swiss superluminova on the dial and hands, some sort of fluorescent pink for the bezel triangle, and Japanese black lume filled into the bezel numerals and crown logo. Because why the hell not? Throw in a bracelet that looks like it escaped from a concept sketch, a Seiko NH34 GMT movement, flat sapphire with AR coating, a display case back, and you've got a proper bit of kit. All for around 220 of the King's fine British pounds, which is absurd value if you can actually get one. In Canada or US, no problem. For the rest of us, let's just say I'll meet you at the Mexican border with a suitcase stuffed full of cash, a fake passport and a good alibi. And don't forget to bring some of your delicious root beer for the journey home. The Phoibos Eagle Ray GMT, a name that sounds like a Marvel sidekick who didn't survive the pilot episode. This Hong Kong designed compression style diver with GMT twist looks annoyingly good and dangerously affordable. You're looking at a 41mm stainless steel chunk of a watch, with a massive AR-coated domed sapphire crystal that could double as Captain America's shield. Inside, a Swiss Ronda Quartz GMT movement. No sweeping hands here, just cold, relentless accuracy. Like a superhero origin story that ends in a restraining order. It's got a tropic strap, twin screw-down crowns and 300 metres of water resistance. That's more than you'll ever need, unless your travel plans include falling off a yacht on an excursion to the Mariana Trench. On paper, it sounds like a chaotic mess. An internal 24-hour bezel, fume dial that fades from light centre to dark edge, diamond-cut knurling on the crowns and bezel, industrial brushing on the rest of the case, and enough visual noise to trigger a migraine. But thrown all together, somehow just works. And starting at just over £200, it's an underdog with a vendetta. Bold, weird, and packing enough personality to outshine any Cape Crusader wannabe. The Phoibos Eagle Ray GMT, part diver, part GMT, all attitude. And for once, those voices in your head telling you to buy it might actually be right. First, let's address the obvious. After the unthinkably tone-deaf release of the Venture Undark, Boldr's misguided tribute to the Radium Girls, the brand vanished from many enthusiasts' good books. And rightly so. This wasn't just a marketing blunder, it was a masterclass in how not to honour real suffering. But credit where it's due, Boldr did apologise. No excuses, no deflections, just an admission that they got it badly wrong. I believe in second chances, especially when a brand seems to learn the hard way. And judging by what's come since, Boldr's not in a hurry to repeat that mistake. To enter the Venture GMT, a compact 38mm titanium field watch with a 44mm lug-to-lug, AR-coated flat sapphire crystal, 200 metres water resistance, and a Ronda quartz GMT movement that actually feels thought through, not just wedged in at the last minute like an after-hours design sprint. Most field-style GMTs tend to look like someone forced an extra hand onto a dial that wasn't ready. But here, it works. The squat GMT hand points to the inner 24-hour track with actual intention, not desperation. It feels like Boldr had this model in mind all along, like the Venture line was quietly waiting for its GMT moment. The dial options include black, navy, and a creamy off-white, with blue and white looking especially like they were made for those carry-on-only adventures that involve a backpack, an Airbnb, and a return home with newly acquired dreadlocks and a nose piercing. Now, frustratingly, the Venture GMT is out of stock, along with others in the Boldr lineup. Whether that's a result of the past controversy or just a case of microbrand supply woes, who knows? But at 226 quid, it's a watch I can't wait to be back in stock, because not every compact titanium GMT with good looks, proper specs and a repentant conscience comes around twice. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to enter the current channel giveaway. The link is in the description. Please like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.